I am the Chosen, and Rogue One magazine has asked me to make a video on how I get ready. This is Get Ready With Me, the Chosen. This is my base, my headquarters. It is the garage to my parents' house. Most Kung Fu artists live in garages. It's to practice humility, but also being pretty hardcore. I sleep in a sleeping bag on a workout mat to condition my body for absolutely anything. I keep it at 50 degrees in here so that I'm always ready for the harsh nuclear winter, which experts say will be 50 degrees. Last night was pretty frickin' crazy. I had some Mountain Dew and then fell asleep and promptly woke up now at exactly 8 a.m., 11 a.m. I am feeling pretty good today. I had some BCAAs, which are amino acids. Yeah, my cousin works at a GNC and I'm able to get the hookup on some pretty experimental things. But every morning I start off by focusing very hard for however long I want. Sometimes it's so intense that I will focus for an entire day. I will meditate for 24 hours straight, and then it's the next day, and I've essentially time traveled. But the most difficult part of my day is that I have to always be ready for absolutely anything. I could get a call from anywhere in the world needing my assistance, and so I have to be ready to leave at any moment's notice, which is why I live in a garage. And this is my makeshift desk. I have cardboard. I like to build things on my own. I find they work better. I always keep most of my important data on floppies because hackers can't get into floppies, obviously. The yo-yos are for entertainment, but they also double as weapons. You can use these to knock someone out if you properly time it. Obviously, from when friggin' kindergarten, haven't played this in forever. Currently working on this. It frickin' busted like last month, so it is both literally and metaphorically in the shitter. I was able to install this toilet myself. I do have plumbing capabilities, like Mario. Power glove, obviously. This is my throne. Pretty badass. This is just a cool glove. Whoa. Hold on. Check this out. Here's my main project. Working on this for a while. Oh, shit. Been trying to untangle this for months. Every time I untangle it, it gets retangled. Let me know what move I should do next to untangle this. I mainly need to get this mouse out because I can't even use it. Ah. Ah! 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 Mom! Mom! I have found myself tangled in the wires. This happens often. The key is to remain calm and treat it like quicksand. Do not make fast movements and just slowly get yourself out of it. Ah! Shit. Ah. 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 Easy. All right, this is the part of the video where I show you my entire skin and hair care routine. I have a comb here. I used an ancient technique to combing my hair. I keep these strokes simple and clean, just like the theme song to Kingdom Hearts. And that is my entire skin and hair care routine. The recommended amount of time for brushing your teeth is 2 minutes, but with the proper wrist motions, I'm able to do the same in less than 10 seconds. That was like 3 seconds. Not bad. Now it's time for me to decide what outfit to wear today. I have option 1. This is a charcoal gray with the khaki shorts, cargo shorts of course. Option 2, this is more of an ash gray, and the shorts have a gravy stain on the back. These ones are a little bit more for getting hardcore work done. If I need to like build a shed, I would wear this. Option number 3 is more of a midnight gray, and the cargo shorts have one of the pockets that's ripped. That is because I tried to put a ninja star in my pocket, and then I ended up having to run, and it cut my thigh really bad. So my mom doesn't allow me to have ninja stars in the house anymore. I decided to go with option 2. It combines comfortability with practicality. The glasses are from a kiosk at the mall. The necklace is from the gift shop at an aquarium. The shirt is from Circle K. And the shorts are Massimo. Obviously, for my nutrition, I have Cookie Crisp, which has everything I need. They did a study on people who have Cookie Crisp. They found that people who have Cookie Crisp have more neurons in their brain than the average person. So, makes sense. I bet so many chess grandmasters have Cookie Crisp. They probably have it at the competitions. Neil Gaiman, famous author, eats Cookie Crisp. Obviously, I have whole milk with my cereal. I always do things 100%. If I gave the world 2% of my effort, we'd be frickin' screwed. And I don't like my milk to give only 2% of its power. I want fully powered milk. Surprise, surprise, another classic mistake. Oh my God. We have to do something about the NASDAQ. I have so much work to do. Around this time of day, I like to get into my conditioning. I focus on my quickness while also focusing on my strength. Ta! Kya! 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 I like to say kya to expel energy, which leaves room for your muscle fibers to grow bigger. That's been proven scientifically. This is how you learn to punch really quick. You do this. Kya! 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 Now check this out. Check how fast I can freaking punch now. It's like I'm made of air. Oh, shit. Ah, shit. Ah, ah. Shit. When I'm feeling really crazy, I have Through the Fire and Flames by Dragon Force memorized on the DDR pad. That would have been like a 95, 96% on extra hard. This video is sponsored by Mountain Dew. Just do it. I'm going to say some sponsors in case they reach out and want to sponsor this video. This video is sponsored by the US government. Go to us.gov and use code EAGLE to get a free passport. This video is sponsored by Butterfingers. Butterfingers, is it in you? Use code Butterfingers to get a free Butterfinger. This video is sponsored by National Treasure. National Treasure, based on a real story, because it's entirely 100% true. This video is sponsored by Metal. Is it in you? Use code METAL to get a free Butterfinger. This video is sponsored by GameStop. Use code GAMER to get free GameStop stock. To the moon. This video is sponsored by Degree 96-Hour Protection Deodorant. Once you apply, the timer begins. You are now the Jack Bauer of smell. This video is sponsored by Cargo Shorts, the military of shorts. I'll be meeting with some of my friends later today to practice karate and to discuss some ongoings of the world. We have several meetings every week regarding the economy, national or worldwide threats that we might need to take care of. And sometimes we just talk about Yu-Gi-Oh! And other bullshit. High-speed Roy Chanbara. That's awesome. Yeah, I was pretty worried when the Queen died that MI6 would be calling. I get calls from agents all the time, and they always go exactly the same way. I see the phone call. I feel it ringing in my pocket. I pick it up, I look at it. Sometimes it'll just be a random location. Other times it'll have no caller ID. I'll answer it. Sometimes there's a pause, sometimes there's a machine. A lot of this is always in code. Obviously, my car's warranty is not expired. I do not own a car. This one's not necessarily good, it just looks cool. Jinzo. Looks like Hellraiser. I have to be ready at all times. It is exhausting. It is hard. This is the ultimate reason why I choose never to fap. It's a good movie. You know, the US government's been there. I know. I've seen a lot of documents that I probably shouldn't see. It's crazy what they found there. If I told you, your brain would melt out of your ears. Even the knowledge of it is too much. Nightmare Griffin. I'd put a link in the description below, but the vending machine at Ralph's does not have a website. I'm here at me and my friend's normal meeting grounds for combat training. It is the back lot behind a Best Buy. The manager allows us to use this space, and so we use it to prepare. But I warn you, do not try to recreate what you're about to see. We are trained professionals with tons of friggin' experience. So if you attempted it, you'd probably break your face. This video is sponsored by bow staffs. Always keep them far away, but also close to death. Oh, there they are now. How long have you been there?
A minute.
Their stealth is improving. Are you ready to begin?
Yeah, sure.
Step forward. Not, you step back. You stay there. Go ahead, give it a shot. Time out, time out. We didn't say kicks yet. That's level 2. Dad. Yeah, walk away. Frick. At this rate, we're never gonna be prepared. All right, this time, you will block my attacks. Are you ready?
Oh!
I didn't even hit him that hard. I'm sorry. That was literally I hardly tapped you. Ooh. You can't use the sword. You can't use the... Yeah. That was actually freaking awesome. So the pointing is not necessary. If you just beckon, that's why you don't need to do that. Fine, that's good enough. Yeah, I guess that'll work. Stay focused. No electronics allowed. What the f***? It was broken before already. After combat training, we often return here to discuss national security threats or things of interest. Do you guys have your emergency kits packed and ready?
I've got one for each scenario. I have a zombie bag, I have a nuclear bag, and I have an Ice Age bag.
You have an Ice Age bag?
Yes.
Like?
Just in case we encounter Ice Age 4 meltdown.
That's the one where he gets the nut, right?
Scrat gets the nut.
Scrat finally gets the nut in that one. I can't believe they let him get the nut. I feel like the movies would have been better if Scrat never got the nut.
No, I think getting a nut is overrated.
We are all members of the no-fap community. Me, been doing it pretty much my whole life. But you guys, what days are you at?
3.
3 days?
3 days.
192.
Impressive. Looks like you have something to aspire towards. Sometimes we simply just sit for a while and don't fap. It's a type of meditation, really. Very good. Classic mistake. Well, that's how I get ready for my day. And now it is time for me to take a nap. Be sure to give this video a like. I don't have any other videos to recommend, but I do recommend watching the World of Warcraft movie. It gets a bad rap. It's actually pretty good and very realistic. Comment down below if you think my friend was being super cheap with his moves. Technically, in a fair fight, neither of them hit me at all. Make sure to comment impressive beneath this video. So, goodbye. Thank you, MTV Cribs. That was the best one yet. That was awesome. They'd be dead